Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. One thing has kept me busy during my sleepless nights where I've been thrashing around in the bed, not finding any sleep. Why oh why in my active streaming career did it never occur to me that I could just host a Tiberian Dawn tournament and call it the Tiberian Team League? 2v2 would have been the greatest thing ever. But enough of that aside, we are in RA. And we're also starting out with some fake power plants. This is going to be a good one. This is the second part of the Team League series, the RATDL or whatever it's called. And I still didn't find out the team names, so we're just going to intro them by the player names. Mr. Fake Power Plant, that is F for Fetus. I think he used to be called, DyingFetus, which I have learned since is a metal band. So not as dire as it seems is that name. And he's just showcasing what you can do with fake power plants now, or with fake buildings in general. You can chain them off each other. They no longer require active build radius from something else in the vicinity. So you can create a moderately effective wall with them. Except it is super not effective because there's always going to be bib tiles and those are always accessible to any units. So you can't really effectively wall off only in northbound or southbound directions, not in east or west. But anyway, be that as it may, he might have revealed his hand a bit too soon. Also, his teammate is gonna be Widow, which is a surprise to me because he used to play with other person. Widow is a very strong team player. Don't underestimate the Widow. And they're gonna be teamed up against, in the top right, spawning in as France, it is gonna be Upps. Yeah. Special tactics come in from Upps, and he's gonna be supported by Mr. Yara, who is chosen the Ukrainian faction for his shenanigans here. There's a big rifle detachment, big rifle push coming out from Yara. Definitely wants to secure the oil derrick. He is, well, he's losing the NG. There is a double NG downer. That is nasty. That APC from Widow definitely is paid off for the time being. Widow 1987. He's about my age, I guess. I guess we're all seasoned RTS players in this community, right? No one under the age of 50 plays this game anymore. Kappa pride. But that's a good thing, I guess. Nah, no ageism here. So the APC from Widow definitely taking a few chunks out of the army. Well, it's about to run into a rocket detachment for moves. That is gonna cause a lot of pain and suffering. Wow. Turn rate actually kills it. And the ranger from DyingFetus didn't find anything either, so at the end of the day, it still delays the captures. Upps has gotten one oil derrick, and the rest of the map is up for grabs now. Yara, with his double ref play, did definitely not get into the game as much as he would have liked, so he's definitely going to be in the back foot for the time being, and Upps went for an early double ref as well. I want to do the math on this real quick. Fake power plant I think costs you 100 credits, so each one of those equals one rifleman. 7, 18... I mean, that's literally 25 I'm counting right now, minus that one because that's an actual... also minus that one as well. So double power plants are actually real. The rest, it's 24 fake power plants. So maybe my math is off, maybe they're only 50 bucks, right? Then it would still be 1200, still a sizable investment. And with that, that's gonna spell a lot less army presence, like a marginalized army presence in relation to their opponents. Ranger from Fetus sneaks through, but fortunately the engineer from Upps is parked in the Ranger here. So he gets the first shot off, plus mobile flag from Yara is closing the gap. Nice team play. Caps him at the rear end of this. So no NG snipe here, that means that Upps Kid is free to roam about the map. Just take another derrick, which honestly might be necessary because they're really behind. Fifth harvester now coming online, one heading behind the refinery. 6 harvesters for Yara. That is a very bad MCV timing in my opinion. He's only started MCV production just now, 30 seconds off it. And there's already a Widow who went for a super early expansion, quite greedy, moved out his original Conyard, is now moving out onto the map, trying to secure some ground for himself. I mean, someone has said that they don't enjoy how team games are always the same, but I'd argue that there is so much more potential in team games for crazy strategies. Soviet elite infantry coupled with medics? Sign me up. Flamer Chinook drop? Hell yeah. The phase transport thief into the back of a mammoth tank? Yeah, I can definitely see that one happening. Alright, scouting ranger from Upps gets denied. He saw the base, right? Yeah, he saw the base. So he knows that there's a vector to attack into. The oil derrick from Upps is gonna be in a very compromised position. Yara is trying to reinforce, but oh, he hasn't seen that army just yet. Neither has he seen the base. That is completely out of the blue for him. It was just 1 or 2 tiles away from the flame tower being revealed. And I really like this Tesla quill. Locks down the ore patches, gives the northeastern team no chance at expansion right there. Denies an expansion slot. And with that, honestly, I would say that Team Fetus and Widow have definitely gone up to a strong position in this match. Big tank push coming in from Upps though, and the forces of DyingFetus have just not consolidated yet. So he's waltzing through this one. Medics are only able to sustain us that much damage, right? Ooh, that's a dead Conyard. That is dead set 6 ways till Sunday. Oh, that's more than average amount of dead. Forces from Widow moving in as well, but that leaves his entire base open for a flank. This might get nasty. This is getting nasty. There's gonna be a pincer maneuver getting halted for a brief moment by the oil derrick of Upps, who's now down to 0 oil derricks again, but that doesn't matter. He's also gonna be down an expansion slot as well. Yeah. Ooh, this one. Wow, the mines from Widow. Okay, that's what I was about to comment on that. That's one of his trademark plays, especially in team games. Those are so efficient. I mean, he's gonna lose the base, but come on. Was it worth it for those mines? Fuck yeah. Some of the nicest mines this side of Texas, right? Bunker doing its best here. Pillbox doing overtime. Yeah, that's move command. Those guys are on move command. This mine layer can be so bold. Gets crushed before he triggers the mine as well. Ooh, that was lucky though. Ooh, the residual explosion kills more of the soldiers. Not too bad, honestly. Pretty solid. Tier 2 has been unlocked for Widow with the most aggressive Radar I've seen since the days where I played myself and I accidentally used to place them all at the front lines all the time, thinking it was an advanced power plant. Good times, definitely. Widow with a definitely larger army right now. If I were to check the army graphs, that would probably tell the story of Widow spiking real hard. He is spiking harder than drinks being spiked at Oktoberfest. That is pretty rough for the opposition right there. Widow's Fetus's base is taken under siege. I don't think it's gonna die, no. Those medium tanks have not found the connection just yet, are trying to route into the northern perimeter of the enemy base, but not getting there. And Widow is starting to, like, he has opted into speccing into a carry role for this match. He's also gotten his airfield online. Is there a yak out just yet? No, not at the time present. Also, forgot to mention this is a best of 2, so draws may occur. But that's fine. Ooh, the V2s, they're coming. They are coming. Let's see if they're on hold fire. They're not, but that's fine. That's fine. I think he's got more than enough forces to beat these combined armies even. I've heard a Tesla zap somewhere. Okay, that's just a tank. Also a really aggressive Radar position for Yara. Huh, what's up with those domes? The Chrome Dome going up. Going up at the front lines. Absolute front lines. Army convergence. Both DyingFetus and Widow are trying to close the sack. Flamers are being mixed in. How about some medics now? I want to have the late game Allied Soviet dream come true here. V2's not the most effective. I think it's better to put them on hold fire and use them situationally. But that's always a tough, like a tall order. To perfectly micro every single V2 shot, especially in those big engagements. Sometimes it's better to let it come down to a coin toss, honestly. Ooh, that's the gem mines denied as well. Whoa! That was a shot and a half, though. Needs maybe Yaka to deal with Yara's V2s now. Moose. Moose? I guess it spells move, really. Ooh, Yara's economy is not looking good anymore. He's got 4 harvesters here. He's got basically 3 at his main base. That's it. Helipad, forward helipad for DyingFetus, who's now, for some reason, on double Conyard. On this side of the map. Oh my lord. Are those fake Conyards? No, wait, that would show. Nope. There would be a tag that this was a fake Conyard. It isn't. Ooh, MCV from Upps gets routed as well. Another really good series of V2 shots, but that still doesn't stand up to the tidal waves of steel crashing into the base. Well, that's map 1 going towards DyingFetus and Widow. Yara and Upps. Let's see if they can pull it out in the second game. Really convincing performance here, especially from Widow. He is a lethal team player. I think I've seen him team up with Who Cares a lot, but in this game, in this series, apparently, he was opting for Fetus instead. The engineer's just waiting. Misclick or troll play? You decide. And with that, we're off for game 2. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Game 2 being played out on Collaboration. Very interesting map layout because you've got an insanely large starting ore pool, but that is going to deplete relatively quickly as well. So, and there are no... like the middle has those classic mid-oil derricks to fight over, but other than that, the map is kind of barren in terms of expansions as well. So, your expansion order is going to be very set in stone in a way. It's a very linear map in that regard. Unless you want to take a really weird expansion, like go for this first, wall it off, and then expand backwards, but that doesn't make too much sense to me. Like the most economical route would always be just moving forward, creeping your MCV forward, leapfrogging. There's also the dreaded hospitals. Number 1 imbalance factor in OpenRA, as we all know. Kappa Pride, right after Naval. Speaking of Naval, I'm really excited for, like there is currently nothing planned, but I really want to have Naval gameplay implemented. So we can have more strategic variety in those, especially in team games. This would be insane. Just, you know, mad tank drops with with one of those transport boats. Sign me up. Team game strategies. I mean, last game we haven't seen too many crazy things. We've seen a couple fake power plants. More than in all my other casts combined, to be fair. Super early War Factory. Again, War Factory rush for both, I guess, on this side of the map. Yeah, both Widow and Fetus. And a rack skip here as well for Fetus. That is the greediest build you could go for. But this map lends itself towards a greedy build because you really don't have too much to fear. The spawn distances are quite far apart and the rush is very unlikely. Grenadiers are going to be able to close the distance quite quickly, but not quickly enough for your opponent to not just throw a spanner in the works. Flak chart going out, as is the Ranger. Good old light vehicle play. Ooh, collaboration. Okay. It's maybe not as linear as I remember it, because it does have those gem mines. Oh yeah, I played this map on stream and I failed to notice those gem mines the first time around as well. So all habits die hard, I guess. Yeah, there was something about that. Here we see the Ranger versus Flak Truck matchup has been significantly shifted into Soviet's favor. Just 1 or 2 releases back, that was... Flak Truck would have gone down to half health, but as it stands, barely a scratch. Tis but a flesh wound. Double Flak Truck out for Yara, I think that's on 1 harvester. There's now up to 3. Alright, opening the floodgates here. His Fetus. That wire fence was not very helpful. And Eco Boom here. Ah, there's also another gem mine in the corners, but it is gated by those weird rubble things, yeah. Those rubble tiles are gonna mean that there is gonna be restricted access for the harvester, and it also slows it down. But given the growth rate for gem mines is so abysmal, that's not a limiting factor anyway, I think. I don't think that's gonna change much. I think that's just, by output alone, that's gonna be a regular one. Ooh, nice. Interception with the light tank for Upps. Ooh, he's reading these movements like a book. Nice. Scout denied, and there was an engineer inside, courtesy of the 90 popping up instead of the 50. Double flak trucks are out, but they definitely don't want to tank with a light tank, so they're just staying on their side of the map. Hauling ass back home. Ooh, this is gonna be a Ranger danger build from Upps. Who said something about stale build orders in 2v2s? Nah. Upps has got you covered. I dig, I dig. Does he want to use them with passengers? That is micro-intensive, and it can die really easily to like a Tesla coil, because one Tesla coil can, I think, has the burst to zap even 2 Rangers in quick succession, plus the passengers obviously. But the general idea is pretty cool. If base defenses weren't a thing, this would be really amazing. Okay, they're being slowed down by the ore. Blacktrack is gonna take a pummeling here, nice. Got changed in one of the last patches, so light tanks now have the exact same speed as flak trucks. Flak trucks used to be faster. Oh, he's calling a light tank rush. That ain't no light tank rush. It's a Ranger rush. It's even better. What's interesting is if you prepare for a light tank rush and you build lots of rocket launchers, that's gonna be fodder for Rangers. Rangers are very cost efficient against that. Ooh, there's an APC, just empty. That's just for the scare factor. Yara definitely not. He's playing 4D chess here. Ooh, but the Widow is playing his standard meta macro build. And again, he is bulk up. Widow has definitely been lifting a lot here. Bulk up in mass. Lots of proteins being contained in this army. Oh, Yara got the old Eric there. That was what the APC was for. Might go for a crush here. And this is a tidal wave of infantry streaming in. Upps definitely needs to pull the goalies. Oh, he's trying to go for this base. There is too much here. Too many forces. Did all the Rangers just die? And they die so easily. Oh, it is looking bad for Upps right now. In a similar vein, Yara doesn't have much to his name anymore. I think that game 2 turned out to be quite an unfortunate one for the southernmost team. They just didn't mass up enough. We're checking the assets. Well, they're still recoverable. Still technically within the realm of possibility. In go the heavies. They have so much health. Look at this. Now being shredded by the infantry though. And the retreat has to be sounded. Okay. A costly hold. Basically almost all the armor divisions of Upps went down. That is fine. Still fine here. He is rallying his heavy tanks in, but getting pushed back. The big wild card here, I mean, the big trump card here is in Widow's court, because he's got by far the largest army again. This time though, Yara has definitely massed up a bit as well. Okay, and some damage is being inflicted from Upps here. Onto the base of Fetus. Nice, nice. Yara is supporting him with some tanks, and that is gonna be a rout. Okay. Okay. Widow went for the Raider Dome again, so he's got a large-sized army. Oh, block from the medium. That is really nice. Fetus is going for his mass MCV play again. Oh, he blocked the deploy as well. If Upps can chase, I think this is gonna be a dead Conyard. Yep. As is number 2. If he closes in with the tanks. That's so nice. Well played. And the large-scale attack. All-out assault is being triggered here from Widow. He's just rallying his forces in. Does he have enough? I don't think he has. Oh my goodness. Is this gonna be the turnaround? Seriously, I was 100% sure this game was done. That one artillery in the blob gets singled out by the mediums of Upps. That was just a surprise attack into the heart of Fetus's base, while he technically didn't have much except his MCVs. What a play here from Upps. After all that's said and done though, still artilleries, still in the kill zone. And Yara needs to do something. Okay, he's moving his MCV back, that's very smart. Needs to move it behind his own lines. As long as he can hold this push, honestly I think he's gonna be fine. This is all the gas that is left in the tank for now for Widow. It's not that much. I just need to find a way to deal with the artilleries. I mean, look, that's just a kill zone. It's just build a Yak. Strafe one tap. Obviously not as easy as it sounds. Uh-oh. The flank has been found. Has been sniffed out. Nice reaction from Yara as well. Oh no, this detachment really is gonna kill another wood truck. Unlucky. Oh, all the rockets! No, not like this! Yara doesn't discriminate, he's just sending all his units into the meat grinder equally. Oh, that is true communism. Peak communism. Kappa. Oh no. At least this assault got halted. One tank still in the back lines. Alrighty, the ore truck from Yara also likes to live dangerously. Oh, and now we're seeing Widow. We're seeing Widow with a good old German infantry charge as well. That is like the opposite of the tank hammer. Send your soft targets in first, so they can get picked off by anyone. Free for grabs. The artilleries though, man. Just one light tank would end this madness. One light tank is all it needs. Okay, Yara has an airfield. That's gonna be big. Fetus is establishing his base again. I think they maybe gave him too much time. To get up to 3 con yards. Oh, nice, that flak truck. Gets a much earned stripe of veterancy. And Widow going for a backstab flank. He's gonna be met by a V2, like the first V2 straight out the gate. He's gonna be meeting this blob. Nice. Pull back now. Yes. Okay, so this has been intercepted nicely. By sheer accident, mind you, but still. Oh, V2 has been recharged. Rearmed and good to go. Tesla Coil is zapping away at the... Ouch. Tesla Coil zapping away at the harvester here. And these boys have inflicted more damage than they should have. But that's still fine, still within the realm of possibility to win this. Yara's tanks, man, they haven't found any connection just yet. Mechanic is out here for... lots of mechanics actually out for Widow. I like that. He's not playing too unconventionally, but he's mixing in some units that we rarely ever see. Ooh, that was a sweet one. That was a 9 out of 10 hit. Lots of 30s. Oh, he's committing to the wrong targets here. Oh no, not the Tesla coil. Upps needs to reallocate his MCV to somewhere safer, but he's got a large army. He's got some backup. Uh-oh. MCV needs the speed boost from the roads more than ever. I think it's still gonna die. Yeah, that's heavies. If those were medium tanks, we could talk about this one surviving, but it's heavies. Heavies just burst down vehicles. 3 V2 rocket launchers. So DyingFetus himself is also up to a very scary army. And interesting transition from Widow, going for mass tanks now only, because he senses, his spider senses are tingling, he sees that the rocket count is quite low. That is a very smart choice, I like it. And with that, there's gonna be diminished returns on the economy, and also a limited amount of places they could still attack into. Flamers, defensive flamers suppressing the infantry, not too bad. Someone do the math, whether that's more efficient than 3 rifles, but still, just mixing in 1 or 2 is not bad. Yara doesn't have much to his name anymore. Oh, he's living on the edge. This is gonna get scouted as well, so no more hidden expansions. That is something interesting that I wanted to mention. I rarely ever see longbows or Blackhawks used competitively anymore, or at least not to full effect, usually just as scouts. it feels, like two factors. Everyone has figured out how to play against them. As Soviets build flak trucks and you're done. As allies, you basically... Oh, Tanya gets scouted by the all-seeing eye of the spy plane. As allies, you basically just move your infantry in and press the stop key if they move about your head. And that's it. And B, they also, I think they have received a health nerf a couple patches back. So they just appear more flimsy than they used to be. Ooh, nice veterancy on that flak truck. Pet 3, good boy. I remember those days when, on the 3v3 map Bombardment Island, it was meta to rush Heinz, and they would take, and I'm not kidding you here, 12 rockets to die, 12 anti-air rockets from rocket soldiers to fall out of the skies. Yeah, this is the death blow here. Tesla tank. Alright, now we're cooking. Upps is using Chinooks for line of sight. Mass Chinooks. Not the worst for line of sight, but that's not what he needs right now. He just needs bulk. Ooh. Oh my goodness, the MCV! It almost got blocked here. From the back lines, those V2s are gonna rain death and destruction upon this army. It's nothing but death and despair waiting on the other side. Well, the artilleries. That is a nice kill zone, though. Okay. Is Fetus overcommitting here? He stands to lose a lot of army. Like a metric shit ton of army. Tesla tank needs to fall, plus the MiG as well, because they can... Oh, curtain was up. Okay. That's that then, I guess. That settles it. MCV in peril. On the right-hand side, the tanks of Widow are cleaning shop. The iron curtain from Yara is not ready. Oh, it's so close. Let's check the support powers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hasn't yet been targeted, interestingly enough. Wait. That was not a good call. The Iron Curtain wasn't even under duress. Should have Iron Curtain something to go aggressive with. Now he doesn't really have much to his name. Oh, longbows here as well. The Mammoth tank, if it wants to be effective, it needs to single out the longbow first. Okay. Can still get some nice value here for his Mammoth tank, but honestly, knocking on death's door. Left-hand flank. Ooh. Tesla tanks go down, MiGs go down. The MiGs, by the way, haven't done a damn thing except provide some vision here and there, I guess. Okay. Okay. Upps is pushing him back, and the entire army is dead from Fetus for the time being. Upps is making it work on a shoestring budget. Doesn't have much. That is impressive. Wow. He's inflicted a lot more damage than I gave him credit for, but on the right-hand side. Look. It's all over but the crying. Yara could maybe stall with the help of some Tesla coils. Oh, the missile silo is gonna probably fall, yeah. That was not the right target to commit to. Should have first killed the Tesla tanks, and then the artilleries would have been free to go to town regardless. Phase transport. Alright. So tier 3 is in the cards here for Upps as well. But yeah, Widow is relentless on the right-hand side. He's just pushing him further and further back. With Tesla coils plus camel pillboxes. Whoa! Both by Widow, which means I have missed an MCV steal. Oh well. Tends to happen to the best of us, right? Flanking Mammoth tank. The good old classic Mammoth flank. We've all seen it, we've all been there. Great unit to flank with, great speed, great mobility, great turn speed. Just makes it a natural predator. MiGs, are they gonna fire the first salvo? Let's see. I think... Okay, they have killed a Tesla coil. They've officially redeemed themselves. And they're gonna kill a Mammoth tank as well, not too bad. Starting to get some value now, but legitimately before that, DyingFetus built 5 MiGs. 2 of them died. They did nothing. Oh well. I guess if it is far ahead, it's fine. Also gonna find an MCV. Right, yeah, still got some left in his tank. Ah, there was a radar jammer out. Sweet idea as well. Left-hand side, another attempt at a push from Upps. This time the anchor is ready. There are some mobile units to turn here. Upps has gone up to a sizable air fleet, but at the end of the day I don't think this is gonna help him too much. At least the mammoth tank dies. Or does it? Or does it? Ooh, attacking into defensive shock troopers. Let the zappening be happening. Yikes. Mammoth tank has acquired a target here. Uh-oh. Right hand side, it's the death throws. Mobile radar jammer is preventing the missiles from being effective. So you need to kill the mobile radar jammer first. There is only one hard anti-tank weapon, that is the mammoth tank. So the mammoth tank 100% needs to focus the mobile radar jammer, otherwise the mammoth tank itself can never be effective. Which is an interesting dynamic, I'd say. And it's being patched up by advancing mechanics as well. Sweet. Plus, there's now a mammoth husk. You wanna go for it? Go for it, buddy. It's freebies. GG. GG's being called, yeah. Man, that was entertaining. Oh! The phase transport Tanya from Upps, though. Inflicting some critical damage onto the backlines. Up to Veteran C2. Good hustle. Nice stop micro as well, and she's gonna get away. Wow. That was impressive. Those have detection. No! Not like this. The flame tower sealing the deal. He might have actually had a shot. What a great game. That just goes to show. Team game tactics. Ladies and gentlemen, team game tactics can be real fun, especially with mixed factions. I would like to see more Chinook plays, stuff like that. Maybe Chrono Tanks would be awesome. But yeah, that's been a fantastic game. And at the end of the day, it boiled down to Widow always just massing up more than the other players, having a bigger infantry army and then just cementing his advantage. But there have been some really tricky plays, and especially Upps' push on the left-hand side, where he had half the assets of DyingFetus and still managed to push through, was just impressive. It's a really fun and dynamic game to watch, both of them. We are going to be back next week with more team game madness, and after that we've got the team game tournament finals. By the way, big shout out to Caution again, who has organized some of the streams, and I think he also pitched some prize money for that, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, also go check out his channel. He's also producing OpenRA videos semi-regularly and streaming as well. Check out his Twitch and YouTube. Other than that, thank you for watching. We'll be back with some more team game action, and after that it's back to TD. Also with a couple of sprinkles of Company of Heroes tossed in here and there. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. 5 aces. Out.
Battle control terminated.